Do you remember what was going through your head as a kid? Like,
nothing was going through my head. And I think that's why. It's like I kind of just like went with the flow. So that sort of creativity just, I think, maybe came from that. I don't really know. My mum's got this story about, I was at my grandparents' place, and my granddad, he smoked, and he used to sit in the living room with his recliner chair, with the leg chair up, and have his legs either side of the recliner, and he'd be leaning forward and fixing something like on the reclined chair, watching TV and just like smoking and stuff. Like I was always watching him he'd buy things from the markets that were broken, he'd fix it, or he'd buy me stuff, even if it was like half broken, like I'd always just tear it apart. I'd never necessarily put it back together again, but I always sort of understood how things work. But apparently my grandma was like, Bill, you watching James? She was out the back pegging clothes on the line. He's like, yeah. And apparently, like 3 minutes later, Nan comes up from the clothesline to come in, and I had the screwdriver and I'd already taken both bottom hinges off the door, and I was like trying to get a chair to get to the top hinge to take the door off. Like apparently, like Nan lost it. And my granddad was like, "God damn it, Bill! Like, taking the bloody door off." So I think just doing that sort of stuff when I was a kid, and I think it also affirms when you're told that you've got a creative mind, you realise that you do look at things differently. I like the physical outlet, but I think I prefer the quick turnaround creative space where something is quantified, like it's a concept, and then it actually becomes an actual thing. I think that's why I like the 3D printer.
Well, see, you've got one at home, so like, is that because you love them?
Yeah. I wanted to get one because I wanted to have that freedom of being able to make something. So I lived with a guy who had one, and I was printing guitar picks.
Wow.
And just rare. I can't even remember. I think I made a phone stand. I designed specifically for my phone. So the 3D printer's been good because I feel a very graphic brain, and like I can think of concepts in my brain, like mechanisms and whether they'll work or not. And I've been able to just open CAD and then draw it, create this model, and then you basically import that drawing into the 3D printer, and then it prints it. So
my gosh!
I made a cutlery drainage thing for the washing up. It just sat behind the mixer tap for the kitchen sink.
How long would that take? Like, is it like, do you basically go, oh, wait a minute, we need one of these, let me just go to my printer, and then you can whip it out? It
depends how long, on a couple of factors. So the design phase, it depends what you're designing. Like, I pretty much understood exactly what I wanted, and I think I designed that in less than 10 minutes. I think it was pretty quick.
Oh my gosh.
And the printing can take anywhere between 8 and 24 hours. And then you can just have it running in the back room, and you can just check in on it every now and then, make sure it hasn't fallen over or done anything wrong. But you can
That's amazing.
Just go make a coffee or go to bed, and it'll be done.